Now let's start with Unit 6, Gender Equality, Communication and Culture. And we come to the first one, communication. Now, look at your textbook, and if you use IseeBooks, you can see that. Read the following statement about achievement in addressing gender equality in Vietnam. Do you want to add any achievement and tell your partner? And as you can see, you have 3 achievements in your textbook. The gender gap in primary education has been eliminated. 2. More women than men earn college degrees, although there are slightly more boys than girls at primary and secondary levels. And 3 is that 73% of Vietnamese women participate in the labor force, which is one of the highest rates in the world. And we continue to achievement. Continue, 70% of all public school teachers are women, and 49% of lecturers of 2 years colleges or 43% of university lecturers are women. And now we continue. Communication activity 2. Now talk about the achievement in addressing gender equality in Vietnam and using the statement in 1. As you can see that you have an example. Student A say, I think the Vietnamese government has made considerable progress in gender equality. And student B say, I agree, 73% of Vietnamese women participate in the labor force. No doubt that we have one of the highest rates in the world.
Communication and culture. Communication, gender equality in Vietnam. 1. Read the following statements about achievements in addressing gender equality in Vietnam. Do you want to add any achievements? Tell your partner.
Now, in the PowerPoint, I introduce you 2 more achievements. And if you use IseeBooks, you can press on Show Answer to know more information. Yes.
2. Work in pairs. Talk about achievements in addressing gender equality in Vietnam using the statements in 1.
As you can see, you have an example of student A and student B. I think the Vietnamese government has made considerable progress in gender equality. And student B say, I agree, 73% of Vietnamese women participate in the labor force. No doubt that we have one of the highest rates in the world. And you can see you have 2 parts of student A and student B. So choose the achievement and talk about. And if you use IseeBooks, you can consult more information, shows answers. I think the Vietnamese government has made considerable progress in gender equality. I agree, 73% of Vietnamese women participate in labor force. No doubt that we have the highest rate in the world. That sounds great. And statistics from UNDP shows that 30% of Vietnamese women work in service jobs, while men's rate is about 26%. Really? Do you know any achievement addressing gender equality in education? I've learned that the gender gap in primary education has been eliminated. Besides, more women than men earn college degree, although there are slightly more boys than girls at primary and secondary level. That's right, especially a recent statistic shows that 70% of all public school teachers are women and 49% of lecturers of 2 years colleges and 43% of university are women. Now we continue. The second part of communication and culture today is culture. And today we come to study gender equality in the United Kingdom. Now read the following text about gender equality in the United Kingdom and answer the question.
Culture. Read the following text about gender equality in the United Kingdom and answer the questions.
Now look at 3 questions. How do girls and boys perform at school in the United Kingdom? And as you read in gender equality in the United Kingdom, answer. Girls perform better than boys at all levels of education in the United Kingdom. Girls perform better than boys at all levels of education in the United Kingdom than white. Okay. How about number 2? How many women participate in the British workforce? Women take up 47% of British workforce. So 47%. Okay. How about number 3? What challenges does the United Kingdom still face in achieving gender equalities? So millions of women and girls still experience domestic violence, and the gap in the full-time wage between men and women is 10%, and most of people in low-paid jobs are women. So millions of women and girls are still experience domestic violence and the gap in the full-time wage between men and women is 10%, and most of people in low-paid jobs are women in low-paid jobs or women. Okay.
We've finished communication and culture. At home, learn by heart the words and prepare for the next lesson. And in the next lesson, we studied waking pack and projects. Don't forget to access IseeBooks to practice. Goodbye.